Okay, so I'm always on a diet, but I really love food, which is kind of why I exercise, right?
Right.
So that I can eat more food. And we're gonna do what's called fresh flip in the kitchen. We're trying to take something that maybe you're familiar with and give it a new kind of fresh flip. Joe Schubert is a foodie, an official foodie. You love food.
Me and food, we go way back.
You
I
go
love
way
food.
back
We've-
since the beginning.
We haven't always seen eye to eye, but we've always gotten past our differences and everything always
And you've
worked out really
overcome
well.
them.
Absolutely.
So, but it's almost not fair to other people how good you are with food. I've seen on Facebook that
Yeah,
comment.
those are my words. That's true. I've said
It's
that.
unfair to food how
It's
good
so
you are.
unfair how good I am at fooding.
You're blushing now.
I
You're making
am,
blush.
you got me.
So you have some shame.
I do, yeah, a little bit of humility. Just not. It's much more bold over the internet than it is face to face.
That's right, when I make you
It
say
is,
stuff
it
in
is.
real life.
Yeah, I know. It gets,
Other than
no.
a status update.
Right.
All right, Joe Schubert, foodie extraordinaire. What are we going to make today?
We are going to make it's a steam bake, basically, and the ingredients here can be interchanged with anything you like. We're using white fish, shrimp, asparagus, corn on the cob, and a little fresh sliced cilantro, some paprika, cotija cheese, butter, olive oils, limes.
Okay, we've
All
got
kinds of
the
good stuff.
ingredients up on the screen
Right.
there real quick. We're going to do 2 whitefish fillets, shrimp, lime. Read the rest for me. Can you see it that
Yeah,
far
one
away?
lime, one half stick of sweet cream butter,
Okay.
and that's right here sliced up.
And important, you don't want salted butter
Right.
because it does change things. I think people go in and grab that stick of butter in the grocery store, and you have to decide which one you want for your
It's true.
recipe. And
I
you
always
chose
have
sweet.
both of them on hand.
You have them both on hand, and
Yeah.
you've got olive oil, and it says garlic, but do we have garlic out here?
I don't believe we have the garlic.
But it is something that you can add to this
Again,
recipe. You're the
yeah.
kind of cook that just has something in the kitchen and you throw it together and voila.
Right.
I'm the kind of cook that needs all these directions written
Great.
down for me.
Well, we
So-
have them for you.
All right. So how do you pick the fish that you're going to use for this?
For some reason, I have this crazy attachment to cod and mahi-mahi. I don't know what it is. Every
Goes
time
way
I have,
back, just like the food thing.
It is. I don't know what it is, but ever since we were kids, it's been perch, codfish, and mahi-mahi.
Those are your favorites.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have done this before with salmon. I've done it before with crab legs.
Okay.
I've done it before with, well, shoot, I can't even, if I started
But
going
pretty
now, I
much
can-
most white fish, you're talking a good situation for
Right.
what we're about to do. So let's go through the process. What do we
Okay.
do, Joe?
Well, you're going to like the first step because this involves no pan scrubbing at the end.
Good, because I'm fresh out of pans. I really am. You know that one that I worked on?
Yeah.
This one
I've
while you
seen
do
it.
that?
We're good.
You
You
see
can just
this
put-
one?
yeah.
This one? You like that? Garbage. Okay, go ahead.
So we start with taking just a couple of these little butters. Your first thing you do, you take the big long strand of tin foil, and you want to prepare your stuff on one half because what the steam bake, I use the clamshell sort of fold, just flip it right over, and that's it.
Okay,
You
so
don't
you're
need
only
any-
using half of your tin.
Right, roughly.
Roughly.
So yeah, then we just take a little bit of this.
Now, the amount of butter you use in a pad, but because I'm always conscious about
Sure.
these kind of things, you've got, that looks like a little bit more than a tablespoon of butter. So you can cut that down a little bit.
Sure.
I would recommend actually still using real butter and just using a little less if you're concerned about the calories, right?
Right.
Would that work? Okay.
Well, also, just in case you wanted to omit the butter entirely, you can also use some olive oil if you'd like.
you can put a little bit of that on there.
A little bit over here, right on top.
Don't do both.
No, if you want to, whatever.
can.
Again,
Okay,
just
but you've
just
got
adjust
a
however you
dollop of
like.
it,
This is
basically.
just, again,
Okay.
just more of a process. Throw in there. It's almost like stew.
It's almost like stew.
Throw in whatever you want, whatever
Okay.
whatever makes you feel good. There you go.
Okay.
And then let's see. We'll line up some shrimp around the outside here. I just got these
Oh.
nice big guys this morning. They were so happy to see me, and I was so happy to see them.
And then they died.
Well, they went down fighting, and they're going for a good cause. Now, here's my little secret kick right here. I love cilantro. I
You love
can't get
cilantro.
enough cilantro. I put cilantro on cilantro, and then top it with cilantro. And I also make another great way to omit the butter and the olive oil together is by using chimichurri,
Okay.
which is
Explain what that is a little bit.
it's like pesto only from South America,
Okay.
and it's got parsley and cilantro in it.
Okay. The chimichurri.
Yes. And
So
olive
you are
oil, a little
just-
red wine vinegar.
But you're really coating it there.
Oh, yeah, well, not everybody likes it as much as I do. Typically, it's fresh
There you go.
slice. Thank you.
Right?
The top third of the bundle of cilantro, slice it, go crazy.
Okay. So you got it nice and coated there.
Yep.
And then we can see from our above cooking
you see up
cam.
there?
There's a camera up
right.
here.
And
I'm
yeah.
just-
How are my
anytime
roots? Do my
someone
roots
comes
look
with
good?
spiky, yeah, your roots are good. But how do you get your hair to stand up like that? Cilantro?
Well, a lot of sleeping. I lounge
Upside
around
down.
a lot. Yeah. I do sleep upside down. I got accused of that the other week.
Okay, so you're squeezing a lime on there.
Yeah, indeed. 1/2 lime. Go crazy.
One can go crazy.
Pepper.
All right.
Also, is a good thing I like to put on a couple twists of pepper.
Don't you love that now you can just, the pepper comes right in the grinder like that?
I don't know how people live without it for so long.
How did they?
I don't know.
Savages.
Okay, a bunch of savages everywhere.
You need a knife?
Nope.
Nope.
We're going to take a few of these.
You've got them cut already.
Yep.
And that's where you cut your asparagus, where that white little part that's kind of rough. That some people look at an asparagus and aren't sure what to do, but that's the part that you kind of get rid of.
Usually it's probably the bottom quarter.
Quarter.
I find, or you can just eyeball it wherever it starts. So you can see right here on this
Yeah,
guy.
that one where you see the white a little
Yeah,
bit.
that
That's
one.
not
Got a
fun
little
to
in
chew.
there, but we'll just throw that back
Okay.
over there. We're good.
So the
Now-
asparagus on top?
Yep. Here's another couple of my favorites. You can use corn. You can use any. Some people use, instead of corn and asparagus, they use red skin potatoes or this nice little potato. They chop up potatoes and throw in there with onions and mushrooms.
You know, this is reminding me of a mini steam bake, like when you go to the Outer Banks or when you go to the islands, you can just order a can of whatever you want, and they'll put
Exactly.
all the fish in there, all
Yep.
the potatoes in there, all the vegetables in there, and you put it over an open, you know, on the beach. You get a little bonfire going on the beach.
Which is typically how I prepare this, on a grill.
Really,
or
on a
an
grill,
open fire.
okay.
And you're done in like 15 minutes. In fact,
Okay,
we're almost done with this right here.
So you're doing a little more butter.
Now, if you want to, just
Uh-huh.
for the sake of, I made a lot of noise, probably.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So you can even make it a little smaller.
Yep. And
That's where I'm going to be saving my calories, is the least amount of butter I can put on there, but still butter, still sweet butter, still sweet. Okay.
Right. Now, this is also for to taste. You can do it before or afterwards if you like, a little cotija cheese
But you
or
can
Parmesan
also use
cheese.
Parmesan, right?
Yep.
Which is a matter of what's in your house, if you have
Right.
that in your house. Oh, and what you got at the top
A
there.
little bit of paprika,
Ooh.
kind of making this a little bit island style with the corn.
Okay,
Cotija cheese, butter, olive oil, if desired.
if desired.
And there you go. And now,
Okay,
I
so
see that
now,
little guy right there?
yep, you can have that. Wipe your hand off, because
you.
now this is, see, the degree of difficulty comes into this.
this is
This
where it all
part.
happens.
So far, good. You do mold it around there.
Yep. That way the steam stays in and kind of cooks everything.
You want it to stay in there and not escape.
Exactly. Where a lot of times when you cook, you want the steam out, so it's not so it
Mm-hmm. Soggy.
doesn't- Yeah. This you want it to stay in, so it cooks everything because it's a steam bake.
It's a steam bake. Okay, so you're all done. So you, if you were outside, would put this right on the grill.
Yep. Or if you're camping, put it on top of the fire. Just toss it in.
Uh-huh.
Depending on how hot your fire is or how much you like it done, adjust your cooking time. Typically for me, about 15 to 20 minutes.
So we're gonna put this in the oven. What's your recommendation if you do it in the oven?
About 400 degrees.
Okay, so about 400 degrees. I'm gonna put over there. What do you got in the pan there? A nice pairing for your steam bake.
Indeed. This is my secret rice, actually. It's not really secret. You can buy it anywhere. But
Okay.
it's a Caribbean-style rice. There is coconut milk in there. There's coconut, pineapple, nectarine, a few other things that I tossed in there. So a little bit of lime
Is that
juice.
what makes it Caribbean style? The coconut and the
And I think
pineapple?
the type of rice too, it's a yellow rice instead of a white rice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not very well versed in
Okay.
the technicalities of things.
But that's the style.
Right.
That's your style. Okay, so we've got one almost ready to go in the
do.
oven, right? Don't you?
It is right here.
Okay. So this one you said cooked for how long?
About 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
And
What if you don't like asparagus? Is there another option?
Yeah.
What would you?
potatoes, I'm a
be
big
su-
fan of potatoes.
Potatoes. What
Yep.
about anything else green?
If you like green beans, you can do broccoli.
There you go.
There you
Okay,
go.
so let's open this steam bake up and see what we look.
All right. Now, unlike the one that we just closed up, I
Uh-huh.
did not put the cheese or the paprika on top of the corn. I waited for it to come out. So by now, all that butter and oil is nice and melty at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And
Okay.
now, these you can just take right off. Here, try one of these.
Okay. Brittany, come on out. Oh, geez, that butter does the trick.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so we do have all the ingredients listed. All you have to do is go to fullplate.tv or look for Rainier Full Plate on Facebook. We are on Facebook. We'll link it to you so you can do this at home or on your grill or on vacation. Thank you for watching Full Plate. We're so glad you're here. We'll see you next week.
This is my new favorite thing.
You like it?
Yeah.